Rachel was feeling fine until she suddenly and inexplicably wanted to commit mass murder. She plotted in her head how she was going to fill her car with fertilizer, ignition points and diesel fuel. The hatred she felt was all-consuming until, after about 2 hours, she came to her senses and snapped out of it and wondered what on earth she was doing. If Stella were not already spiritually aware and had not begun the practice of polarizing herself to north every morning, the end of this story might be very different. The world is surrounded by waves of human consciousness that ebbs and flows with negativity and positivity, because every thought that every human in the world thinks goes out into this consciousness. It surrounds the planet like an invisible blanket and, because all in the universe is one, every human mind is connected through thought frequencies. The vibrations of people's thoughts vary widely depending on whether they are connected to third, fourth or fifth dimensional consciousness, and the level of positivity and negativity that flows through the collective consciousness ebbs and flows according to how much love or hate is emanating from mass humanity in different parts of the world. Aeroflight.com. Rachel's story is a prime example of how terrorism is playing out in the world now. People are accidentally hooking into the waves of hatred, fear and extremism as it comes over them through the tides of consciousness ebbing and flowing around the planet, radically changing their vibration and mental state in an instant. Whether the change is fleeting or permanent depends on the dimension the person has been functioning in and the level of their spiritual awareness. People who are already influenced by deep religious beliefs or extremist views are much more susceptible to mind control and will more likely stay in this altered reality. Anyone who has been heavily immersed in third-dimensional realities and the dramas that go along with it will be much more likely to find themselves becoming intensely angry and unrealistic in their expectations of others. It is now well known amongst lightworkers and people on the path to ascension that there is a huge battle on the astral plane between the dark and light forces. Those who have chosen the dark path, both in human and ethereal form, are doing everything in their power to manipulate the masses through fear, and the recent spate of terrorist attacks that are now plaguing the world are no accident. The Illuminati are infecting the human consciousness with toxic thought forms that are vicious in their intensity and intention, and when anyone inadvertently comes in contact with them they will immediately become affected. The irony is that, despite the seeming collapse of society on the physical level, the dark forces are losing their battle as the awakening of the masses continues on a grand and accelerated scale. Do not be fooled by the messages from the leaders of the world, they only have their own interests at heart. The main issue with many people now is that they are living between dimensions of energy that shifts like sand from very low and dark frequencies to higher and more loving vibrations. This can happen just through our daily interactions with family, clients, strangers and the media. Maintaining a high vibration against the tide of lower frequencies and shifting realities is a real work in progress for many and a battle that many are failing. There are steps all humans must begin to take to protect themselves from becoming victim to mind control and intervention from the Illuminati and to help them to maintain a higher frequency with more stability. The most important one is to remove yourself emotionally and mentally from the fear and to send only love out to the world. Love is a vibration that is beyond the reach of those who wish the world harm towards their own selfish gain, and it is a natural protector for those who send it from the heart and for the greater good. Ground and connect your energy to the light and unconditional love of the Creator, or Source, every morning and hold the intention that you are impervious to evil. Use the violet flame of transmutation to negate your own negative feelings and send it into the collective consciousness as well. Aeroflight.com. Polarize your 4 bodies, physical, mental, emotional and spiritual, to north every morning by either standing in the northernmost point in your house and connecting your energy to it, or holding the intention that all your bodies are polarized to north and the feeling it happen. Stay out of your mind. Do not allow your mind to take over your thoughts. If you are feeling unwell, out of sorts or have a problem that is worrying you, take your awareness to your sacred heart and feel or know, rather than think the answer. Attune anything in your home like crystals, jewelry, glasses, ornaments etc. to the highest and best solfeggio frequency by intending it or using a solfeggio attuned chime. In your mind's eye you will see the colors change and you will also feel a shift in the frequency of energy. Trust that you are protected at all times. Breathe in the adamantine particles of creation through sunlight or through intention in meditation. Do not watch the news or read the paper. It is all illusion and designed to be inflammatory and sensationalist. Work on your self-love and self-belief. Heal past wounds and lift past trauma. Face and eliminate your fears. Eat good food and keep hydrated. Get enough sleep. A healthy mind and body is much stronger against subliminal attack. Be aware of the different dimensions that you are living and working in. Make time to bring your energy back to your body every evening and to bring all your bodies back into the highest and best dimension that is right for you. The more positive your thoughts, the more positive your experiences and the impact on the world around you will be. The dark forces would have you believe that you are unsafe and vulnerable to attack. They feed off mass fear, anger and hatred to exert their control over the world. The more people who raise their vibrations to a higher state of consciousness, the less influence they will have on the human collective consciousness. Awaken, dear ones, and meditate, breathe in love and send it out to yourself, humanity and the planet. Arm yourself with the unconditional love of the Creator of all that is and the knowledge that His love will protect you from harm and bring the world out of duality and back into the fifth dimension. Believe it because it is so. Love is all there is. I am Archangel Michael.